All right. What happens when we put the unstoppable force against an immovable object? Well, we find out tonight. We have the semifinal or the winner's bracket final. It's Scruffy versus Phanium, the two undefeated players of this tournament. They're actually undefeated all the way through, even from group stage. Scruffy's dropped 4 maps in the KO stage, 1 in group stage. Phanium has dropped a single map that took away his 25 map win streak. They're going head to head. One of them will lose. So this is an epic match, and we have an epic co-commentator with me. In for fun, how's it going? Thanks for joining me.
Oh, thank you. That's a very great opening because of everything. And very hyped to try to add this to this possibly the biggest match of 2023 so far.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like Phanium is on a tear. Like I said, just won a single map dropped versus that observer. Just I don't know this at this point. He's what do you call him? You can call him both the unstoppable force and the immovable object. It's just a crazy run. Let me go over to the brackets page real quick that I have a little setup here. So, Phanium is the first place finisher. I think was the first place seed also from Group A. 6 matches played, 6 match win. Like I said, one single map dropped in the KO stage. It's a perfect run.
So it has been, I think, about 6.5 weeks of competition, and Phanium is at 10 or 11 matches played so far. It's really hard to find any moments. Like, I could think of single spins, but nothing more when Phanium hasn't played at the top of his game, at the top of the entire competition. Yeah, 30-1. I didn't pay a lot of attention, but it's incredible stats on both sides. But starting with Phanium, that's second player ever to sweep the entire group. Sorry. And then to top it off with a very decent run in the knockout stage so far. Wanna say he is the favorite, but it's gonna be really close to coin flip here today.
Yeah, definitely. And the other player, Scruffy, obviously, also top seed. Obviously, the latest Roulette Rivals winner, Roulette Rivals 12 champion. Also topped his own group, Group B. No losses. There was a draw against Nezuko-chan. And that's one of the maps where he dropped the map Berlin in the group stage. So it had a pretty decent run in the groups as well. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm trying to think of that match, and I think it was the same New York where Scruffy took the world record of the 2:15 away and then improved it by 5 seconds. Either I'm wrong and it was another New York, there were many New Yorks, but Nezuko answered with an impeccable Berlin, and he is not the most consistent player, but one of the fastest in Berlin at the very least. So it's a very deserved map win for him. And I think Mendoza was a photo finish tie, so it's not much you can hope for there. It just goes to Nezuko to show that he may not have advanced, but he scored a very interesting draw against Scruffy, which was the only stoppage of the Irishman so far in the group stage.
Yeah, absolutely. And to your point, that was the record. I remember because I see my name in there because I did cast it. So yeah, that was definitely the record run. And here we are now in the brackets after all this. Like you said, these two haven't dropped a match. That's why this is the winner's bracket final. But, after today, we will have one of them drop down to the lower bracket. On paper and what has happened so far, Phanium looks stronger, like you said, the more favored to win, but you can't take it away. Phanium also hot off of a sweep on Frody, so it's definitely has gained that momentum back after that single map drop on WB round 3 against that observer.
See, I'm really trying to think what could tear these players apart. And we just need to realize that Scruffy 1 year ago has been all but a spectator. His first event was RR10, and it was not really a spectacular one, but one with many learnings and findings. And since then, he climbed the ranks with, I think, a 3rd place finish, and of course, the 1st place finish in RR12. It's really hard to say that he should have any lack of experience, but the 6-4 against Timecube, dropping maps here and there. I think if the match gets late and nerves get high, I think Phanium would be one to handle those better. But apart from that, it's just, I think Scruffy is the tiny bit faster player, but it just doesn't mean all too much.
Yeah, I agree with that completely. Yeah, that match against Timecube was definitely a toss-up. He could have gone either way, and Scruffy was able to make it out at the end. Yeah, it's gonna be one of those where we see who's both fast and consistent at the same time. We just saw that happen with the match. Playing clean was one of the staples. It still is, but now you have to add your game up and just make it be faster too. And Scruffy definitely fills that box of being one of the fastest players in the game now.
They are, in terms of rivalry, I don't think it goes quite deep in actual R competitions, but we can see one of the few proof of that. And we get a minute 15 to talk about the map choices. And Scruffy on the upper half has been player 1 for a while, and he got to choose the first map here, and Chongqing was one. And I can't remember the match off the top of my head, but probably you have it figured out by now. But that's probably one of the comfort picks for Scruffy, not necessarily because of the best ever win rate there, but the map win against Phanium from the past.
Yeah, that definitely is a comfort pick, I would say, especially with the win against Phanium already. But it's kind of hard to say because Phanium does still have like 2 losses. One of them was against Scruffy, so you definitely can't count him out. And we have also seen people win the opponent's map pick, and it just script is completely flipped at that point.
Yeah, the deeper we are in the tourney, the more likely it happens that nerves just flip the map pressure the other way around. And just in 8 seconds, I want to say really quickly that Phanium started the 7-1 win against Scruffy in RR11, then a 6-0 win for Scruffy in RR12. They do like to sweep each other, but we hope it's going to be a 5-mapper, and Punk was the first win here today.
All right, we have Hush with the Drowning as the researcher, Imogen Roy's Pistol as facility security. Wow, this really fast spin, very friendly with the disguises in their own respective target areas.
And very quick loads there. I think it was 1 item swapped, one unimportant item for 1 emetic, if they even needed to swap an item there. Of course, the block guard start works very well here, and just want to make Hush sick as soon as possible.
Yeah, it's
both of them.
Slight couple of steps faster here, but again, it will matter more towards the end of the run, both grabbing for the same. I think we're going to see very mirrored gameplay. This is literally the best of this tournament that's left over.
Yeah, and it's not even a spin where a lot could go wrong. Let's see in the next 3 minutes how it exactly plays out. But after the emetics, Imogen's disguise is right through the way, and I think the only difference there is when do you shoot the drone, because I wasn't paying attention if they would shoot it immediately. Scruffy, the first restart there with the test subject.
Oh no, that's a massive blow, and in a match like this, test subject strikes again through the window. It's definitely someone you have to watch out for. Not sure how necessary it is to just go through the window, since you're allowed to just walk straight through the door.
Yeah, this time around I think it was affordable to just do what Phanium did. Or I think Phanium only exited through the door. I can't even pay attention anymore, but...
Yeah. Drone shot at 130?
I was gonna point it out as well that Phanium is waiting for the earliest possible timing to shoot the drone to pull Imogen through the data core for the better isolation method. Phanium with 1 trank. Very, of course, forgiving loadouts. You can have both the pistol and the trank, and I think they very smartly used the Ambrose grenade instead of a Seeker, sacrificing a firearm slot. So now Phanium is just looking to get that final, I guess, 1 KO and 1 kill on these two facility employees.
Yeah, this is looking good here for Phanium. We did see you do the drop earlier. I don't think it will be very effective in this case, because you need the security disguise. Looks like Scruffy's already taking care of the drone. And there's Phanium out sub 3 minutes. First try. Very tough to beat if you are not matching with speed and accuracy on that one.
And of all the things, it was a world record as well, a 251 RTA.
You're right. I keep forgetting because of the intense matchup. Nice. Joker J's long-standing record of 3 minutes 10 seconds will be beaten here in the semifinal. And yet another record, a little shine medal on his accolades. Like, how much more can he take?
Oh, yeah. It did say a player has won Chongqing, but it was Phanium. Players can always find it. One admin message error there, but that is a really impressive. Of course, on a quicker spin, but you always need a quicker spin to do some extraordinary and to break a more than a year old world record there.
Yeah, well, I was talking about script being flipped. It kind of is at the moment, and we see, obviously, just a little touch on world record. Phanium currently holds the world record for this one, so he now holds world record for the first 2 maps of this match, and a win against Scruffy. So, looking good here going into Colorado. Obviously, that first map win is a huge confidence boost. But how do you feel when you lose the first map, and it's your pick?
I'll ask you what happens when I lose the first 2 when one of them is
no, I'm asking you as you're the actually playing the match, tournament, more than 365 days ago.
No,
I could tell you how I feel, but it's pretty easy.
No, it's a really good question here, and also for a single map as well. I think in general it just matters how deep you are in the tourney, because players will realize that the closer they are in strength, the deeper we go in the tourney. It just map picks tend to feel a bit less important. Of course, you still pick maps which you feel comfortable on and you think you can beat your opponent on. But of course, this is their 5th match, I want to say. There are, of course, 1 more for the loser in a Roses bracket. You don't really have that many maps which is insta-wins, and you just have to deal with the fact that you do lose your own map pick, but you can do the exact same to your opponent there.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, we'll see how Scruffy is able to, if he's able to bounce back. Otherwise, Phanium will have a fat lead going into match point. After today, the winner will be waiting for exactly a week to play the grand finals on December 10th.
I also thought about the timing of this match, and I don't know what the decision making was behind that. The couple semifinals I had the opportunity to play, we kind of made a point of making it closer to the grand final, so that we don't feel out of match practice. So in terms of that, it feels unusual to have the winners final play a full week before the grand final. But I mean, no matter how long break the winner will take here, I think they will be the favorite in the grand final.
Yes, absolutely. And we'll definitely give the lower bracket people some more, I guess, preparation, because whoever loses will be sitting at that edge of the LB, waiting for the last LB final, basically the not actual final, but the last match of the LB players.
The only match to go to first to 8 points this tournament, so another one to look out for.
Yes. So yeah, this is definitely the match you want to win, because I don't know, an extra map could be taken off of your map pool. Anyways, the spin is live. Please run us down.
Yeah, sure. Second map is here. Second spin is here. Sean Rose is Fiberwire as Militia Elite. Penelope Graves is No Target Specification Screwdriver as the point man. Ezra Berg ensures it's a suit spin. with a 4 kill. And Maya Parvati's injected poison as a Scarecrow. It really has everything, I want to say.
Jeez. It's basically 3 no-target pacification.
And yeah, and the only one where you can and you should KO the target is Ezra Fall in suit, also a yucky kill. Obviously not the hardest, but
that's a nice way of putting it. It really sucks with that wall kill here. Let's see if they do it inside or outside. I think inside is meta, but we have seen outside as well.
Yeah, it almost want to say it depends on where Ezra's body is left, but even if it's a couple of seconds slower or longer, you probably resort to the meta, which will be the final kill of the spin. But for now, I think it's mirrored gameplay almost.
Yeah, looks like it. In for fun. Phanium will have a bit of a lead here now that starting with the Scarecrow. Do have to navigate this through potentially the same route as the suit peekaboo for Maya.
Yeah.
That's even a bullet impact for the militia tech. Makes this part navigating through the bushes.
Was the moment I said that it's mirrored gameplay, Scruffy decided to start with Ezra falling suit and did get tripped while I was saying that. I'm not quite sure who spotted him, because I think I might just even rewind your YouTube stream. If it was Penelope's guard, I think they were teaching before starting to follow her. Yeah, when they are starting to go outside, down the main stairs of the house, they just turn towards 47 and Ezra, causing Scruffy any crucial rip there, but Phanium getting close there with the bushes as well.
Yeah, and you don't want a peekaboo active because, I don't know, I thought he was gonna go for the peekaboo on Maya. Did still get something. Jeez, this is risky. Oh my god. No bodies found yet.
Phanium is still green somehow. Bullet impact, panicking.
He's coming
guards
in.
there. No way.
Yeah. He tried a lot and it worked for a long time, but too many bullet impacts.
I was thinking if Phanium put himself in a corner with the type of movement, I think he still had an angle to get to Maya at 230, just empty the shed, and then through the foliage in the explosive area, he could still get the peekaboo. It was a really, not going to say niche angle, but a new one. I haven't seen it a lot.
Yeah, I think I haven't seen that at all. That's why I was a little bit skeptic about the purpose of that.
But yeah, cleanest, fastest players, but they both have ripped once in Colorado so far, which I think just shows the pressure and the stakes of this match.
Yeah, absolutely. Scruffy is managed to clean it up, though. Gets the kill on Ezra Berg. Fall in the suit as Hacker takes away his briefcase. Ooh.
Luckily for Scruffy, the only large weapon that's sort of needed for this spin is the AR he used to infiltrate the shelter, and it's also the briefcase already, so the hacker might as well leave with it, no problems. Scruffy he's not planning to get to Maya as a Scarecrow. That's interesting. I mean, he would be late as well. That's a good point by chat.
Yeah,
I find it really difficult to call this one. Just very open spin.
It really is, yeah. Okay, Phanium has made his way to the tech shed now. Yeah, he's adamant on using this specific angle.
I want to say that this is just an optimization so that the shed is free by 2 minutes and 10 seconds, and he is going to be still well in time for Maya. That's my best guess here. Of course, it's extra risk there and whatnot, while Scruffy is with that peekaboo on Sean, which he popularized a couple of turns ago. Gets peekaboo second try asking.
Yeah, this will be a really nice kill too. Having a bit of a buffering here from Phanium's end, but I think he's
Yeah,
got
same
the
here.
peekaboo. So just
Also,
gonna be
it's
waiting. Oh,
obviously Ezra is not a 4 kill, but well, Ezra is the 4 kill. Sean is just 5-wire, but still the nice isolation there.
is there a fall kill there too?
Yes, it's a legendary 1 feet lethal drop for
Nice.
Sean.
I love it.
Gotta love IO, yeah. Why was that a bit weird with the picture-in-picture? I might want to just check a couple of seconds behind with Phanium's injected poison. I think I may have to mute for a couple of seconds and see it frame by
Yeah,
frame
go
because
ahead.
it's a really close kill.
It's a potentially an early disguise change for anybody noticing or wondering what that is. Obviously, you have to wait for the objective to pass before swapping the disguise, and if that's the case, that's gonna be massive blow for Phanium, as Scruffy just grabs the point man, already has the screwdriver. 2 kills done. This is looking really good for Scruffy. He already has a good lead with the kill count. Oh no, as I say that, what the? Oh, hostile glitch, unbelievable. Both players will have some trouble here. Again, we'll wait on Infofun, who is the admin. Might have to discuss that amongst other admins too, just to be the sheer magnitude of this match. Not only that, but just to play it absolutely perfectly to see if that kill is. But either way, Scruffy is now on a restart. Had 2 kills done. Got the unfortunate, dreaded hostile glitch, so that would be spotted outside. Nothing you can do really unless you notice it early enough and maybe try to dodge it.
Yeah, and I think I didn't even mute myself, but I just cast and worked in silence. But it wasn't early. This has changed by a couple of frames there, so I needed to force the restart from Phanium. Crazy developments here, especially the Scruffy restart, which I completely missed.
Yeah, Scruffy had the hostile glitch after the point man, so got spotted there. Yeah, a bit of a struggle here, and it's a kind of a wide open spin, but things go wrong real fast and snowball effect.
Yeah, so it's been 8 minutes now, and they are both very close to the start again. Obviously, every roulette player knows that when enough time has passed, your mind just starts to get filled with negative thoughts that your opponent is about to finish. It's one of the main rules of roulette almost. So I don't think these champions are immune to that. So I'm really curious to see if they can slow it down, clean it up, and end it with the next try run, which I think would give it to Scruffy by 45 seconds, the lead he has.
Yeah, which would be the photo finish timer after the 10-minute passage, and which it will be because I don't see them finishing the remainder of the map in 1 minute. Again, lots of bullet distractions on Phanium's end. Oh, this time the pisser is there too, so I don't
So
know if
it's
you gotta distract him.
not in my experience, but the type of variant Phanium is doing, I guess I can't blame him if it's the most straightforward and consistent approach for him. But it's so hard for my mind because there's so many tiny whooshes during throws and after throws and hopping through the fences. But last try, Phanium got away with it, and he is in the shed. He's really hardest part now as well. I think
Right,
he's putting
Scruffy
it
gets
very.
the kill.
Sorry about that. I was just stealing a line from chat. Movies saying that Phanium's approach is great, just playing a touch too fast. And I think touch too fast is an apt description for these very fast players.
Right, I think so too. It's just yeah, it's a great match. It's like at some point you kind of become your own worst enemy by playing so fast. Kind of seen that a little bit from Phanium, definitely on that first attempt.
Yeah, see, it's a very interesting mix of course, being nervous because it's your first World Championship semifinal, but also the immense confidence they have in this game, and that's why they are in the winners bracket and this far in the tournament. Is that they exactly know what to do and how to do it, but they just somehow played just a bit too far. And what is the panic on Phanium's side after all?
I have no idea. He was just getting the kill and then now there's panic. Maybe that's the reason he does those knockouts.
I guess so, but luckily he not only KO'd them but also hit them as well. Still so many NPCs to take care of.
Just back to the militia elite for... Wait, 3 minutes, so I guess he's doing it for Sean. That's
Yeah, back
definitely
for
super early prepping.
and it kind of works out for him, if not for the panic, but the panic is gone for Phanium. Luckily, or no, very smartly, sorry, waits outside so that Sean doesn't count to 3. And that's 2 kills each.
Yeah, and Scruffy doesn't have the Ezra kill like last time, so again, that can be a problem towards the end, but we'll see. We haven't seen Phanium attempt that at all.
Yeah, I wonder if Scruffy is any nervous about the Ezra kill at this point. Also,
Oh my
Phanium with a
god!
restart, because the appointment just had to look towards Phanium there. I also wanted to mention that because Maya was found, I'm getting curious where she would be dragged. I don't think it would be the shed where Sean is, but something to keep an eye out for, but not in this run. Don't point at the man. Thanks, Observer.
Hey, he has the pointy screwdriver kill, so... I'll one-up you, Observer.
Oh man, I just hope the game won't one-up these players at this point. I mean,
Yeah.
Phanium is in a very tough spot now.
So, I know somebody was mentioning one time about Phanium's favorite map. I would probably argue that it is Colorado, because I've seen lots of quality players ban this. I think in his recent match he had it banned, and then this is potentially the hardest match to play to date, and he's picked it, but yeah, having some difficulty. Colorado is a challenge even when you're a master at it, and this is demonstrated by this match specifically.
And I think the type of spin we got here is making the map very interesting, because any harder and they would slow it down for a first try 8-minute round, which mere mortals could only do in 11. That's a big boost there on Scruffy.
Oh my.
Okay. I mean, luckily for Phanium, it doesn't really change the course of this map anymore. Just Scruffy has to finish. The other half of the sentence I was going to say is that if the spin is any quicker, then despite the struggles, they would already find a 5-minute solution. But this middling 6.5, 7.5 minute spin is just so tough to make it happen. And Scruffy is 1 kill away. He's hoping that that Penelope doesn't arrive soon enough while the body is dragged away.
Yeah, lots of attention from that fall. And then you have to be trespassing in the house, so... Yeah, this is Sean gameplay, except it's for Penelope. You just wait in the box for her to come back.
Yeah, and it's always different. It's not 6 minutes, but 7:20. The pieces might be at a different place. That's going to be the peakable
Is
of the
that where
month.
the body got dragged? What?
No, I want to say it's being dragged outside, but the door was open to the break room, which is not usually open. Because otherwise these NPCs, these guards are not factors. And Scruffy is opting to drag. Now, if this was Sean and you lose your opportunity, he's stuck there for 5 or 6-7 minutes. Luckily with Penelope, she will be exiting the house in just a minute or so.
Yeah, Scruffy definitely gonna be trying something else now with the briefcase throw. But Who's No's gonna go for it? Okay.
It feels like it's new NPCs in new positions I've never seen before. It's obviously very similar to the regular Colorado, but it's just so nerve-wracking for Scruffy.
Luckily, it's a no target KO, but not something like inject poison and fiber wire, so you don't need to worry about prompt. You can toss that straight in her face, and it will be just fine.
I think that will be Scruffy's plan, just getting rid of the NPCs one at a time, and then, I think Penelope's still just going to the war desk, talk about Iago for half a minute more. I don't think she will bite just yet. There's still one hacker around, yeah.
It's KO everyone challenge. This is the good old Mendoza Sato Chef from 2021.
Now that's a throwback.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, Phanium gets the... Well, not yet. We gotta wait. You got a warning once, so definitely will be skeptical now. Does wait it out, gets the first kill, but Scruffy, like I said, you slow it down and this will work. This is probably the most pivotal decision he's made in this map and will potentially lead to a map win. She's not all the way in.
Oh, I was hoping that she would see the briefcase like Sean always does, but it wasn't that easy, sadly. Luckily, Scruffy just took one step back, took 50 more seconds, and with that, we take Colorado and ties it up.
Yep, that's call me a wizard about the script flipping, because that's exactly what comes down after the first two maps as we head into RNG territory, which I know at the beginning both Scruffy and Phanium wasn't really the biggest of fan. So we'll see.
I'm curious why. I guess we'll talk about it a bit more after I send this spin for, I guess, 28 past the hour. Yeah, I think it's all correct now. But, I mean, it's weird because Paris just has so many different ways, different opportunities. It's not a straightforward map. And these types of players, I think prefer the more open maps, the straightforward ones.
Like Dartmoor, which is guaranteed.
Oh my, you are right. And this entire semi-final could be decided there.
Exactly. This is crazy because one of these players, barring a photo finish tie, like I said, at this point, throw out timeouts because that's not happening. One of these players will be heading into Grand Finals match point, and they have to play Dartmoor to win or Dartmoor to save their tournament. This is it's such a weird position to be in, but it's also, I think it's like a great position to be in, because if you're confident and you just go straight through and it works, that's it. It's nothing complicated like this Colorado just had.
Yeah, and if you take it other way around, or I guess regardless of the score, if you just clean your head for literally 90 seconds, then you can get through a Dartmoor, like without overthinking, which I don't think I don't think Dartmoor is overthought a lot anymore, but Paris can definitely be. And I mean,
yes,
looking at these win rates, I'm really not sure how Scruffy's two Parises went in the past, but this is one of Phanium's best maps with 11-3.
Yeah, that's definitely a scary stat. So Scruffy, one of the Paris losses against Nezuko, and the other one is also against Nezuko. R10 and R12. Round 1 was the R12 one. So yeah, looks like Nezuko is Scruffy's kryptonite. Yeah, like I said, the only map dropped here on the group stage was against Nezuko, Berlin. But the two Paris losses comes at the hands of Nezuko as well in RR10 and RR12, which RR12 is the competition that Scruffy won.
So might be even good signs there. But also, yeah, Nezuko is definitely a giant killer in a sense that doesn't always put together entire tournament runs, but in a single match, I think he can, and I don't think he has, but he can't defeat either of them and any of them. So yeah, I think it's not the win rate, it's the lack of experience for Scruffy. And Aphrodite, he also says that Scruffy doesn't really know Paris that well. Well, of course, on his level, not on the level of,
Right.
I guess,
It could
most
be like
players.
more than many people
Yeah,
with the Scruffy, weekend Scruffy on Paris.
but definitely advantage Phanium here. And I do say advantage Scruffy in Death in the Family, as it shows in the admin page, at least in Dartmoor. So fingers crossed for map 5, but we are only starting here with map 3, and I think it's your turn again to get us going from 2 to 2.
2-2 with the two targets, Viktor Novikov, Loud Assault Rifle as the tech crew, Dahlia Margolis, Scissors as the makeup boy, stylist.
If the AR wasn't loud, it would be, I think a lot more approaches would be viable, starting with the double down or any usual Victor first or Victor early. But it being loud is going to throw at least a little wrench in the plans, or just plan out to be an exit kill.
Yeah, Phanium starting tech, Scruffy Attic in the suit, so definitely we have two different approaches here. Phanium with a super long load. I noticed Paris takes a long time to load, especially on console. I don't know if that's like a thing.
It's strange because
I can
it wasn't even
understand
a
Paris.
preload.
Yeah, I can understand Paris taking longer to load. It's like the first map, so there might be a lot of unoptimized code left in there. But in a way, you can also argue the other way. It's it should be the most polished map because they spent the most time making it.
Right. Yeah, strange to see, but luckily he's going to get all those seconds back in terms of photo finish if we get there. And I think Phanium will go for. See, now I'm doubting myself because Phanium definitely did have the flash phone, and then I didn't see the distraction for Dahlia's guard, or Dahlia is on the way, so I was just very much behind on this Paris. Too fast for me.
Yeah, nothing to be ashamed of for that. These two players are so fast, and it just flashes before your eyes. But yeah, again, both in different positions. Scruffy going for the scissors in the Sheik's room. Obviously, that would be the crime scene for the Victor kill.
I think this kind of approach where Phanium... I think we'll now see what the Victor approach will be, and it's a coin in the hallway. Victor is not an enforcer, but a cicada maybe, so yeah, definitely a white dot outside.
Yep, Kurt. Okay, Kurt turns around. His shift is over. And heading for the free stylist now.
So it wasn't a double down in terms of getting both targets down to the back entrance, but Dahlia will be there very soon, and Phanium will get the kill down there. And then allow the tech crew kill. I'm just really curious how long Victor will be dragged, because that's a long drag down the two staircases. Any shorter than that, there's going to be risk involved.
Oh, Dahlia is like, I'm going to take the other door. So Dahlia doesn't take doors taken by makeup boys. Yeah, for different kills for each player here. Scruffy looks to be trying to climb up the pipe up to the fireworks balcony.
Yeah, little did he know is that it's legal to go back up there. And he spent valuable seconds there trying to distract the guards.
You can tell he's a Hitman 3 player. This is not a hostile area. That's a slight little joke, obviously. Phanium has Victor set up on top of the stairs. We'll go for the kill and run for the exit before anybody comes in. We'll also get the finish first at 3:45 as Scruffy gets the kill. Gotta do the long pipe slide back down to and then walk to the helicopter. So this looks solid for Phanium for a photo finish lead.
I think it's going to be a Phanium win, obviously, but we'll see if it's more or less than 30 seconds. Oh my, it's 22. Why am I looking at the screen? I can just... The admin page tells me it's a 22-second photo finish.
Yeah, that's a huge lead. Basically the tail end of photo finish. Yeah, this is looking good for Phanium going into Dartmoor, but you did say it's gonna be looking good for Scruffy potentially, as the type of player Scruffy is, very fast, and a map like Dartmoor might be favored.
And I'm getting a ping in the chat, and there's the wave from Scruffy over the photo finish. It's not one which would change the outcome, so we can already go to Dartmoor. So many buttons to press, but I think I found all the right ones. And yeah, this is the awkward situation we knew would happen after Paris. One player on the match point to the RRWC Grand Final, and he just needs to finish first in Dartmoor to do so.
Yeah, it's an interesting situation. It's like pressure and not pressure at the same time. So hopefully they just completely throw all of those thoughts out and just play it as a single spin, like you said, clear your head for 90 seconds and do standard Dartmoor stuff, because there isn't anything other than that.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, most of the spins, and I don't know the exact figure, but obviously the majority would be fast forward suit start with the two tranks and the pneumatic gas device. It's not the only start, of course, but Scruffy is like doing the right choice, practicing the the most the start which comes up the most often, I guess.
Yeah. So Joker J lost a record already, potential with these two fast players to maybe lose two, and this one will sting a lot because it is Joker J's favorite map of Dartmoor. It's a good time, but we've seen Scruffy try one of this bomb launch falling object PI, and that could be what, like a 105 or something.
See, now I'm disappointed. Scruffy always says that before the Dartmoors, he would always practice the how do you say that? So the flying falling object with the
with the nitro and breaching charge.
Yeah, and it just the match too important for this, not spending those minute and a half on the, I guess, the 1 in 200 chance that spin would arrive.
But it would be hilarious if that was the case. And he's not ready for it with the loadout.
Or, of course, little do we know, maybe he did practice it for 90 minutes before this match, but I would doubt it.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think you want to put all your chips in Dartmoor.
No, he's right. Or, sorry, you are right. I also had this thought before the Reaper match, like, what kind of maps do you even practice? And I found it really funny from the cast that someone called it out that Diana called the two NPCs for the two targets for Reaper, so he didn't play it in the last 2 days. Because that's the system, of course. Diana doesn't always call out the targets, but only after if you don't play it for a day or two. And the deeper you go in the map pool, the less you practice those. And I definitely didn't spend a lot of time in Marrakesh either. But map 4, I think, what I'm getting at is map 4, I think they did practice it, even if it's just a Dartmoor.
Yeah, I think so. I guess you don't have to put that much resource into it. It's easy to practice. Say maybe you practice one Santa Fortuna and then you can do like 6 Dartmoors in that same time, maybe.
Yeah, true. Don't need the same amount of time to be match ready on all of these maps, but it's good to be ready, because 3 maps was the minimum. 4 was very likely, but yeah, fingers crossed for the natural viewer or the unbiased viewer that we do get a 5th map, and for that Scruffy needs to win this Dartmoor spin, and it is Explosion Accident as the lawyer. So no behind mention stuff. See those plans change in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, lots of menuing for this. Scruffy will move it in fast as the PI.
It's absolutely ridiculous planning for both of them. Phanium pressing play at 23 seconds since the spin went live, but that's still really fast planning. Scruffy though misses the Matic grenade. And Phanium with an angle that I haven't seen either and gets ripped there. Oh my goodness, the type of spin is... well, I saw it when it wasn't a suit spin, but the type of spin is just messing with these players. Scruffy on 2 restarts now.
Yeah, very messy start to Darkmoor here. The same problem from both players. That doesn't surprise me, obviously, because the caliber and skill of these players. Phanium does mitigate that spot by just slowing his step down maybe by half a step and crouching.
And the worst thing for an admin is that they both got started at the same time. But I think Scruffy on 3 starts to Phanium. Still Phanium on console, also with a bit longer loading time. So I'm just really curious to see if they can get this one. They are both changing disguises, but not to the same one. They are going for different briefcase, propane flags. Phanium getting caught by the bodyguard of Alexa.
Yeah, running straight into the Enforcer. A bit of a awkward decision there for Phanium. Might have just been rushing there.
Yeah, they are both going for, I guess, the 2 closest propane flags. Scruffy going down as the lawyer and Phanium going up as the bodyguard. And I mean, most of the time you use the Matic grenade, you get both Alexa and the guard sick. So you don't have to worry about the Enforcer dots, but it just wasn't meant to be for Phanium, and Scruffy now with a big lead.
Yes, definitely. Gets the kill on Alexa, now has to grab the tokens. First one is Fernsby, gets it, and then Rebecca, who is now in the big living room area.
Perfect position, but needs to get no whooshes there and no compromise-ish. No compromise, I guess. The second half of the token is there. Phanium still so many whooshes, but I think this one is Scruffy's.
Yeah, it's not gonna be as close as we thought it might be because of the timing of the restart here. Definitely threw a wrench in the plan because probably expect like a behind mansion start and then up comes lawyer.
Yeah, and you could see the quick planning there. I think the 30 seconds is just about to be gone there. Yeah, now it's going to be painful for Phanium for sure, but I think both of them did expect to lose this map. Scruffy was the first one to finish though.
And with that, Phanium has doubled his map loss count, basically. Well, 1 before 2 now. Not exactly double from the total, but just 1 loss before, now 2 in 1 match. That goes to show how crazy that run has been, but also shows how crazy Scruffy is as a player alongside Phanium in the upper bracket.
Yeah, and once again, Scruffy can't escape the 5-mapper. Same against the time cube, and I think if you just look at the top players, it's just really hard to sweep nowadays.
Yeah, that's what made it so crazy that the match that brought Phanium here was a sweep against Frody.
Yeah, that's also very true.
Yeah, going into Bangkok as potentially the last match. Both players are very close experience in terms of stats. 5 for Scruffy, 6 for Phanium, 5 wins, 1 loss, 4 wins, 1 loss for Scruffy.
Not undefeated, but fairly close to that, and I think it's 5 or 6 plays. You can't really expect to be perfect there.
Yeah, and that tie came against Frody back in RR12. Speaking of Frody.
Yeah, I did want to check if... but there is no way. That had to have been a photo finish tie. I can't remember the spin. But that's that's very famous or infamous 5-7, which ended with the Ambrose win by Frody. It all started with a Bangkok tie. That was the only reason we got to map 6 and Ambrose, which we all know what happened. We can still get to a map 6. It would be Marrakesh, but for that it would have to be a photo finish tie. Or, of course, no finishes for 30 minutes. But yeah. Only saying that because
unless you have Stalker Fall for Ken or something, I don't see.
Yeah, good idea for me to double check the spin conditions. One of the few disguises, of course, in the trilogy, mostly in season 1 actually, where this remote-only stipulation still exists, but I think it will exist for the future now. I think people have shown that it's possible to get to Jordan, and there are lures which can bring Jordan closer to the Stalker, but I still don't believe that it's tournament viable or it's any type of entertainment. Like, of course, not all that is possible has to be included in the RRWC set.
Yeah, I agree with that sentiment. It could be a very niche thing to get it, and it's just not good gameplay, like in any terms of like tournament viability, like you said.
Obviously, at this point, you only have to suffer for 30 minutes watching players have no idea about conditions, but it's still not a good gameplay too. If you ever get the type of condition, I'm not talking about these players, but if you ever get a combination of the Nightmare Spin and players who are not ready for it. But yeah, we are over-analyzing a non-existent spin condition. Before this, I think the single most important map of the tournament so far.
Yeah. Oh yeah, sirens. There are sirens here. Sorry, I don't control the police or the neighborhood.
It's okay, and I have a spaceship right next to me, which always creeps into the shoutcasts with my loud PC, so I think we're even now. 15 seconds. I think they have shown to be nervous, and I am nervous as well. I think everyone here is nervous. Punk, we got one more spin to show here. What's that?
Oh man, it's Jordan Cross, a letter opener as Jordan Cross's bodyguard, and Ken Morgan pistol as the waiter. Not very complicated, but again, said that about Colorado too.
I think for this one, it's very important to see what type of spin it is. And one part of the spins, which involves a non-trespassing kill for Jordan with the item up in this suit into a very easy can kill. This, I think Reaper has less than 4 minutes left from his Bangkok.
Yeah, that's a good point. I was gonna get to that. This definitely a potential, and Scruffy will go for the kill on the booth.
See, I've seen Scruffy practice this one, and we haven't really got time to talk about this, but it's not an insta spot by those NPCs, and I think Jordan is on a timer, which I think we will learn today how long Jordan is safe in that booth.
Yeah, we'll either learn that or we're gonna see a world record. So either way, it's gonna be something to keep an eye out for sure. Phanium also gets the kill just behind Scruffy here and heading down towards Ken.
Scruffy is so early, can't even utilize the basement timing. You can make Ken sick after he leaves reception for a 20. Yeah. So he will have to go for different approaches.
I guess he's gonna go for Lek Shalaram or whatever his name is. This guy.
Gotta admire. It is amazing knowledge. Like, you are as good as NPCs as they are in roulette, at least. And yeah, it's gonna be a chain lure into this bathroom. And don't think Scruffy will beat Ronald Sump, the other NPC there, which goes to Ken's bathroom. But I'm really curious. Like, do you place a gun there? Do you still have items to do there? I think Scruffy is really hesitating because he knows that the world record and the map win is all here, but he's kind of stuck, and the mirrors will not do any favors for him. Works for him. Sump is down as well, and I think Scruffy's can won't be found for the rest of the spin, but he needs to leg it. There's gonna be panic.
Yeah, Krugermeyer isn't the strongest gun. It's a bit messy at the end. Lose maybe a second or two there, but it's still really, really far away from the current record. And what a way to end this match.
Yeah, I'm just typing all the world record messages because it has started with the world record and this will end with the world record. The first sub-3, 255 from Scruffy to win the match and to secure a place in the 2023 World Championship final. It's incredible stuff there, but incredible match as well. Phanium could still maybe save it to the photo finish, but I just won't... I won't call it until the finish. Until he finishes, that's at least a bit more respect that way. 25 seconds apart, so you're a photo finish.
Yeah, that's a super, super long photo finish. And it starts with the record, it ends with the record, and Scruffy secures back-to-back grand finals in Roulette Rival competition. But the first time in the Grand Championship, Roulette Rivals World Championship.
Incredibly high-level gameplay throughout this match. Of course, there was the hiccup in Dartmoor, and Colorado itself wasn't perfect, but I think the other three maps, not a lot of people could challenge either of these players. So there's the wave from Phanium, and I just need to get the rest of the message out. Apologies for not being completely with you there.
No, that's all right. Makes sense. I think I just read the chat. Phanium has waved, so the win will go to Scruffy. And again, another 6-4, but crazy. We got map records left, right, and center here. I think a couple of these maps got their sub-3 barrier broken right at the tail end of this tournament. So if you thought this tournament wasn't memorable enough already, it will become more and more interesting. And we're gonna try to get our winner here for a little chat, see how he's feeling.
Awesome. Yeah, you were very right there that it's not only the long-standing, and I guess Bangkok is not as long-standing, but two impressive records broken, but both breaking the 3-minute barrier. Chongqing is now 251 by Phanium, and Bangkok is now 255 by Scruffy. So I can see Scruffy in general now, yeah.
Yeah, as bracket loads, we're gonna, I guess, move over to general, because I don't think we have the power to move people.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. All right, hello, Scruffy. Hope you can hear me. Congrats on the win and spot in the grand finals. How you feeling?
Thank you. I'm kind of shaking now. That was the most nervous I've ever been in a match. But I'm very, very happy to have won.
Yeah, that was definitely hectic, especially on like Colorado. Things were just going all over the place on both sides. Did you realize the hostile glitch until you got spotted, or that's when you realized?
It was. I kind of just like forgot it existed when I like kind of started it when I switched into the elite, and then it was only after I got like whooshed that I noticed, and like I just know I'd fucked up. But
yeah.
Well, and then I was able to avoid it the next run, thankfully.
Yeah, definitely well handled there, but what the end on your Colorado where you had to wait for Penelope Graves, we were like, we talked about, slowing it down because you guys were both kind of pushing it. Obviously, at the back of your head that hey, he might be done soon. Is that something you thought about? Like, let me slow it down, or is it just like?
I realized that like he could be done any minute, But at that point, when we were so far into the run already, I kind of thought that, he's probably ripped at some point by now. So I was just hoping that if I took it slow and steady, I'd still be able to win.
Yeah, that makes sense. In for fun, you got anything you want to ask our grand finalist?
Yeah, I guess I was going to ask the same thing about the end of Colorado. We have seen a lot of close whooshes there in that house, and of course, a couple of distraction throws, which very slowly but steadily come to your way. I guess I'll be asking the same question, but what were you thinking in the house with these close moments there?
Yeah, like there were a few times, like the one that like really scared me was when I was about to kill Penelope, and I realized I was getting a massive whoosh to the side from one militia elite, and then at that point, that was the point that I thought, okay, I just have to take it slow. I just need to take this map.
Yeah, that was the map winning decision there. I'm sure, because like I know you, and you could finish that spin a minute quicker, but in that situation, I think looking at that the spin was live for 60 minutes there made a lot of sense there to just take it slow for sure. And I guess just one more question is, of course, you were down 2-0 and down 2-4 rather. How are you looking at the remaining maps there? Dartmoor and Bangkok maybe in the future. Did you like take it one map at a time, or the two together, or how did you feel in the tail end of the map match?
I did feel more confident on, say, like Dartmoor and Bangkok than I did on Colorado and Paris. So like I did think that I had a good chance still. Like I wasn't, like I still thought I was in for a chance.
Yeah.
But like after those first two rips, like trying to emetic Alexa, I kind of thought it was over. But I feel like Phanium probably had a rip there or something. I'm not sure.
I don't know the exact number of rips there. Phanium might have had one fewer, but the difference was that you went down as the lawyer and he went up as a bodyguard, and Alexa's bodyguard wasn't sick, so he ran into the enforcer.
Yeah. Well.
And then just an amazing Bangkok to top it off, a well-deserved record. Yeah,
I was very happy seeing that spin.
I think, yeah, those are the types you are hoping for, right? The non-trespassing kill for Jordan.
And like towards the end, I wasn't sure if somebody was going to find Jordan at some point. So I was kind of just hoping that he doesn't get found since I killed him in the booth.
Yeah, this was...
I was gonna ask that question with the records. There's two of them, so we had Chongqing record, and then we have your one on Bangkok. So, a couple of questions. One is, how long does Jordan stay safe? And number two, when you see those spins in your head, like Chad, do you say, "Oh, world record"?
Well, like for the how long does he stay green? I'm not really sure, but I know that I've done like enough spins with it that I've like always been out safely, and like, but I know he's green until at least like 3.5 minutes or something, and I knew that would be plenty of time to get the spin done. And what was his second question again? Sorry.
Well, the second question was, when you see those spins pop up for the first time, do you go in your head immediately that this is world record or this could be world record while playing it?
Yeah, absolutely. Like,
so does that change your approach? Like, do you try to rush it or slow it down?
Because my goal is just to go as fast as possible, including like just loading in without thinking or changing anything. Like usually I'd spend at least a few seconds to make sure I have the right loadout and stuff like that. But not when I see something like that.
Gotcha. All right. So, well, I think I won't take much more of your time. Congrats on the win and the record. You'll be waiting until next Sunday to see who you'll be playing. Well, maybe not, but that's when you'll be playing. Congrats on your first World Championship Grand Final, and good luck.
Thank
and
you.
for fun, if you have anything else to say to
No,
Scruffy.
definitely. Man needs to rest. Very well deserved win, and good luck
you
next
got a
Sunday.
week to do it. So yeah, I think that's a good way to end. This was definitely one of the most anticipated match. Like Info said, it's probably the best match, the toughest match. You can put a lot of EST on this match. Couple of people to thank Info Fun to start for the admin, and what's the other thing you did? Shoutcasting with me.
I don't even know, but I am very happy
yeah,
to be here.
But this is why I don't play, because I get nervous just trying to be a shoutcaster.
Right. Crazy match.
Really, really great match. Thanks for joining me and everybody else joining me here. I got work for the rest of the week, so I don't know if I'll cast anymore. So thanks everybody that for all the kind words and stuff. In case this is my last time here, and I think that's it. Thanks again for watching. Thanks everybody. Good luck to the remaining players, and for fun yourself as well. I will end it on here. Thank you.